Did you fart, you cat?
Yeah, I think it did.
Is that
God,
that
these,
was?
Yeah, it wasn't any of us.
these are too sensitive. Gosh, well, hello and welcome back to Corks and Controller. I am a visibly frustrated Victor Aparicio, and joining me today is not only Archie's a counselor,
Yes, Victor.
but Kaylin's back. Kaylin's at the bar. Kaylin's at the bar.
Kaylin is at the bar.
Kaylin,
Just being here, guys. Thank you.
Kaylin, I'm about to give you a great honor to be
All right.
to be indoctrinated, but also like forever immortalized in the Corks and Controller lore.
Give me the fucking sword. We need to knight him right now.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! I thought you were gonna kill me.
Right there, right here, right in the spot, just to stretch you out so you're at my level. You need to name the bar.
Oh, I get to name this. Oh my gosh! Can you give me a little time through? No, right here, right now. It's gotta
right
be
here,
impulsive.
Right here, right now. Very impulsive. Yeah, don't tap the table, by the way.
sorry.
These guys are going to pick it up.
Oh. Isaac. I feel him.
Isaac?
Yes.
Isaac
feel
the
him.
bar?
Yeah, I like his name. Isaac.
Victor, is that too human of a name?
Were you expecting something crazy? You guys put me on the spot. I couldn't
I
think
know,
of anything,
I
and so
know.
I went instinct. You put
Could
me in
you
instinct
maybe
mode.
give us a gender neutral name?
Oh, I see.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Now we're gonna be stuck with Sir Isaac.
I liked Isaac. It's so original. Watch. Comment Isaac if you would rather have Isaac. But I'll think of another real quick. Why am I only thinking of my name?
All right.
You can see the sweat beads forming now.
Aiden.
Aiden.
Aiden could be a girl's name too. If you say it isn't, then you're not with it.
Victor's making face. You're unsatisfying.
What?
Victor's unsatisfied.
That's a silver tooth baby's name.
Oh my God! Why you put this on me and you're not? happy
Now you
with
know how
either
Victor
way?
feels. It's like
Is this
problem
why you
after
put it on
problem
me?
after problem.
Is this why you put it on me? Because he can't make it. It's ultimately his choice. Obviously, it's not my choice.
Try again.
Gender neutral still?
Yeah. It doesn't have to be a person's name. It could be like a tree.
Why would I name it a tree? Why would I just name it mahogany? Hey, this is mahogany.
Mahogany.
I like that.
I hate you.
Oh my gosh. Dude, sometimes it comes
I was-
out. Sometimes it comes out in conversations. You know, you'll be talking to someone like, "Hey,"
Mahogany.
you're like, "Hey, what? Do you, come,
Mike picked
come,
it up.
you bring this
Mike
laptop."
picked that up.
It's like, "Hey, come on, you know, what? Anything I can help you find? Any recommendations?" And they're like, "Oh, I don't know." And then like you talk it out with them in their small brains for like half a second. They go, "Oh yeah, I'm just gonna get a freaking hazy wonder. It's fine." I was
It's
just like,
exactly. You're
pointing
like,
right at that. Like, you're gonna,
I know exactly. How
Anyways,
you feel. Selling stuff is
mahogany.
like that.
I shouldn't be talking shit. Anyways,
So you like it mahogany?
They're gonna say ebony. I was gonna say.
mahogany. No.
mahogany. Please don't hit mahogany.
Yes.
Please don't.
We need to respect it.
Anyways, but that's not the only person we're welcoming into the Course Controllers family.
Oh.
I have another announcement as well. You guys may have noticed for like the past like what, 2 episodes, 3 episodes, 2 episodes? I don't know what I'm saying anymore. But you may have noticed that the slightly different editing style, and that's because we have ourselves an editor.
What?
Yes, we do. Octavio, please introduce yourself in whatever way you feel comfortable.
Yes.
What's up, dude?
What's up, my guy?
Thank you. Appreciate the.
Well, don't say that. Now you got to cut that out. Oh my god, dude, you're making my job so much. Anyways, let's get on with the show. Yep. Well, we just like to talk for a little bit before we get into the show. So, Kaylin, how have you been?
Oh, I've been okay.
Whatever media ready
Rent's
answers
getting,
you got
higher,
for the mic.
Freaking still making rent. Making it do. Not as much money as I had before, but still managing.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm alive and well. My dog's well though. Oh, I love my dog. Yeah.
That's all.
Put up pictures of my dog, Octavio. Here, I'll send them to Victor, and we'll do it later. I got you. She's adorable. You won't mind.
I introduced you to Octavio for 2 seconds. You're giving him more work.
I'm sorry. At least now I know his name.
It's okay, Tommy. He did
He
the
was
same.
hating me. He was
He did
hating
the
me.
exact same thing to me during our one-on-one episode, where he's just like, "Oh, do this, do that." I was just like, "You son of a bitch."
I will do my absolute best to not have to make you put up stuff I asked for. I will not ask for too much. But pictures of my dog are like the least you can do for me, man. Come on.
You want to be my friend? You better put up pictures.
Exactly.
Of
It's
my
like if my dog likes you, we're good.
She's adorable. But yeah, no, things are pretty darn all right, man. I can't complain.
All right, very good.
Can I
Could
put him
all
on,
use more money.
Can I put him on the spot again, Victor?
Yeah, of course.
No, I haven't already
Okay.
been.
Oh, we got to make you squirm. So,
Every time.
in less than 2 minutes, I want the best movie you've seen recently and the best alcoholic beverage you've had.
Okay, so
And the timer starts now.
Octavio, put a timer.
I'm dead. He's probably going to. Best movie I've seen recently. Wow. Super recently, like literally within 2 weeks recently.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to keep it brief. I really did. I mean, it's going to be controversial, but I kind of like the Blue Beetle movie. I thought it wasn't
Blue
that,
Beetle.
it wasn't that bad to me. I like Blue Beetle. I do feel like it could have been, taken differently, but I liked it. So recent movie like Blue Beetle. That was a good one. And you said alcoholic beverage that I have liked. Fucking knew it. Fucking knew it.
I don't even know what Blue Beetle is, so carry on.
No, it's okay. It's just
I know
because it's
what it is.
recent. It's because it's
I know
the
what it is.
recent movie I've seen.
I know what it is, and I didn't watch it on purpose.
Well, carry on.
I just watched Cobwebs last night, by the way, which was this like terrible. You know the guy from The Boys,
Right.
what the
Well,
fuck is his
I
name?
said right, like
the pervert
No,
fish.
the dude that's like a Superman in there. Homelander. Homelander.
I'm so glad he's got
The guy-
more roles because
the
I
guy
feel like
for-
he's gonna
yeah.
be typecasted for the rest of his life.
But no, I ain't lying, dude. He is that type though.
Oh,
in
dang
this movie, he still kind of has that vibe, but he's like darker. But yeah, he's in the movie and it was decent, but it wasn't worth. It's not really worth time. But that one was an interesting one. Okay, I know we
Beverage.
have a lot of time. Beverage. I had a Modelo last night. It was pretty damn good.
kidding
No, I'm
me.
just kidding. Okay, no, I work at a brewery and I had this. There's this blood orange milkshake wheat beer that I've really been enjoying. And next time I come on, I'll bring some from the brewery I work at, and it's pretty solid stuff. It's creamy, it's citrusy.
Ooh, like an
it's
orange
good.
creamsicle.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dude,
We've had people literally describe.
We
it's
like those kind of beers.
It's a
Dude,
blood
the
orange
milkshakes are
milkshake
in.
wheat.
The
Oh,
milkshake are being there.
dude, no.
good.
Washington's been on that for like. I remember when I worked there before I worked here. I was working at another place where we sold alcoholic beverage. There's this Three Magnets Brewing Company in Washington. I think it was like Olympia, Washington. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but they made milkshake IPAs and like smoothie IPAs. They were like super ahead. And this is back in 2019, So this was like before kind of people here are starting to get them. So yeah, Washington's in. But yeah,
we go.
I'm sure that was past 2 minutes. Yeah,
you're good.
But some of it was just over explanation. But yeah, that it's called Alpaca in the Hills. That is what the beer is called. But
I'll pack you.
it's a blood orange milkshake wheat. That was my most favorite thing I've had alcoholic beverage wise recently.
Okay, and Kaylin's like,
I've
I'm
been
done being
picking
stressed.
all this
Okay, now you on to you guys.
Leave me alone. No.
But Victor, how have you been though?
I have been lovely. My first full week of running the firm, and I want to pull my hairs out.
Yay.
You got a haircut though recently. You can't.
I did. It was a stress haircut.
Oh,
It was a stress haircut. Like, I don't want to say I'm going through my little Britney phase, but when Britney shaved her head?
Did you
Right.
do it?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Well, actually,
I
nah. Did I cut my hair? I think I was drunk. I don't
was like,
remember.
did you do it yourself?
Maybe.
Or did you just have a homie do it? 'Cause
yeah,
that's
I was
Sometimes I'm just like,
Pretty sure I was
here,
drunk when it happened.
Here's a length. Clip it.
But I was just like, it's getting irritating. I can feel the hair in my ear, and when I wake up, I have a poof.
Man, you should let me at least attempt to fade on you, man. Just
So I should be getting a proper haircut when I can manage to take a breath,
I hear that.
which doesn't happen very often. But whatever, this is life. But today we have good wine to look forward to, so it's all good.
Absolutely.
How about yourself, Mr. Victor?
well, usually I'm hiding my hair, but I was supposed to get a haircut today, and then it got delayed to tomorrow. So hopefully by next episode, I'm
We're
looking
back to our emo high school days.
I was
Clean
just
and
about to
fresh.
say, you look like you're
He looks
another.
like Vic Fuentes.
He's another like 2 inches from a scene kid. You know what I mean?
He is. We
You're
just
like
need the black eyeliner.
Yeah,
Oh my
you're
God.
Another inch and a half.
I can't go back there, guys. I can't go back
My
there.
Chemical Romance.
Oh my god.
The Black Parade.
I was
Skinny
thinking
jeans?
I was going to give Octavio a photo to put up, but I'm too embarrassed by it. That one's not going
You should.
on.
man,
You just be
that'd be
like,
so cool if
you're
you did.
staring down at the floor, and then you're just like, And I purposely did that little nose dabble so you could hear the little sound effect of my hair swirling around that I don't have.
How was your guys' high school careers? Were you guys also very emotional?
Yeah, dude. That was the thing to do, kind of. You know,
It was a thing to do.
honestly. But the style was like I was like mixed. I wore a lot of flannels, a lot of skinnier jeans because I skateboarded and wore puffier shoes. It was not good. But
Puffy shoes.
well, as I was really into sweaters too. Like, oh yeah, and definitely cut holes in my sweater. Cuff, so then I could put my thumb through it. Yeah, dude, it is so good.
I think the most embarrassed I've ever been was I was wearing my sweater with the cut thumbs in the cuffs, and but I also written like my most favorite emo ass dark ass I'm going to like kill myself like music lyrics all over my sweater. Like I'd write every inch of that sweater had lyrics on it that I'd write in like fucking Sharpie
Or like patches.
and then I show up for class, which was weird because like I had that sweater for like weeks, and then one day as I'm entering the classroom, my history teacher just decided to be like, I slice my wrists, and I was like, what? He's reading my sweater, and like I try to run away from him. He's like, hold on, let me see. And then he's like, around real quick. And he's just like reading my lyrics in front of all my classmates. I was just like, it's so weird how it's just like I do all this like outward appearance things, but I also don't want anyone to pay attention to me.
My little hairs were standing up just thinking of your teacher reading every single lyric
in
out
front
loud.
of everybody. Ooh.
Like
cringy.
I'm just trying to think of like, oh
You're
my
like gonna die of cringe right there.
Yeah. Don't perceive me is my whole thing in high school.
Well, how you been, Victor? Yes, that's how we've been. How have you been?
No, yeah, haircut doing well. Promotion went great. So I'm in there.
We're thriving.
Oh yeah.
The thriving 30s.
As my mom would say, in like Flynn.
In like Flynn.
I don't know what that like per se means.
I don't know, but Mama Sloan is great, so I'll go with it.
I was hoping Mr. Victor would be like that SpongeBob episode where Patrick's in my ear while I'm taking the driving test, because there was this lady who wanted a very specific wine. Now I talked to her, I did it as best I can, and then she walked away, and I was just like, well, I should probably bring something like that into my. And so I just texted Victor like really low and really quickly. I was just like, a Santa Barbara Pinot. And he didn't text me back, and I was like, oh man, I guess I'll do the research myself. And I was
Aw, what did you go with?
I don't remember. I have it noted down in my notebook though.
Can I name some names now?
Sure, why not?
Okay, so one of my personal favorites out in Santa Barbara by far is going to be Stanford and Benedict. Mm-hmm. They're not cheap, but they are great. We've talked about this winery before, but also Biennacido.
Is that the one that spilled wine all
Look
over
what you've done to Victor. You put him all the way at the edge of the bar.
Hey, it's fine. This is a bar.
Well,
It is a bar, but are you in frame?
Well,
now I gotta check.
Oh, that's true. Oh my God. If I'm in frame, this is fucking fantastic because then I can actually lean on the bar.
Oh my God, you are in frame. Fine.
See, this fucking works. Oh my God.
Well, and it's just like every time I have to talk.
Mahogany is coming in clutch.
I feel like sometimes when you guys start talking, I gotta do this because then I'm like, oh, so you guys can like make eye contact. But then when I start talking,
I think that's why he's over there.
Yeah, this is great though. Like I mean, like I can actually lean on the bar now. I'm like, damn,
this is okay.
But anywho, so Biennacido Vineyard, another one that's fucking great.
Oh, wait, sorry, did I spill wine on Sanford and Benedict?
No, that's where we got offered a job. We spilled wine, or you spilled the wine at Massoud.
Massoud.
Poor Ben.
Really
Ben,
good.
if you're listening, I'm
Really
sorry.
good wine. Super enjoyed. But yeah, no, I was like swirling the shit out of it. So whink. Sorry.
But yeah, so Biennacido is freaking fantastic as far as, Santa Barbara County Pinot Noir goes. You already have the Hitching Post. Mm-hmm. They're probably the most traditional one, but you probably don't have their single vineyard Pinots. Those are fantastic. Oh my God, the Ojai Vineyard, like the Ojai spelled Ojai. They're cheap and they are fantastic. Their Roussands, their Shannons, their Riesling, their Pinots, their Syrahs, fantastic. And then lastly, but I mean certainly not least, is good old ABC, Albon Climat. So AU and then BON, then CLIMAT. Their Pinot Noirs, fantastic. And they're almost all below $80. So those are my on-air Santa Barbara
How do you do that, dude? How do you just remember spelling? And surprising sometimes, man. That's all. Impressive.
Well, it's not surprising to me. I know how much of a professional Victor is, but
like,
what does surprises me is every time we've already talked about something and he mistakes it again. I was just like, Richard, we've been over this.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I know. You're so good.
I was like,
so receptive to like.
You must have pummeled all the alcohol knowledge like over and over again, or it's just something that clings to your brain like a nice dust.
Like a tick.
What'd you say Hideo Kojima made? You said it.
Yeah, Hideo Kojima. He made some game, right? Pokemon?
Yeah, that was what you said. And I was like, yo, it's not. And it was Metal Gear Solid. Now you know.
You either pummeled those books or it's just...
Yeah. I mean, the books go in, and if they need to stay in there, they stay. If they don't,
that's fair.
They come right out.
That's true.
Yeah.
I try to expand my knowledge to just like business and industry stuff, and like only some of it's clang, but anything I hear about video games, it just gets jammed right in there.
That's me with bacteria. That's weird though.
Whatever.
But anywho, let's carry on with the session. With our episode. Shall I go first, Mr. Victor? Would you like to go first?
Why don't you go first, Victor? Why don't you go first?
Okay, so you are allowed to call a friend or phone a friend, and in this case, your friend is Kaylin. So, I want you to find me a pairing for a little bottle of wine I had recently that just absolutely disgusted me. I mean, just totally, like, if you could summarize the word deranged into a liquid, this would be it. Not done yet, though. Not done yet. So, yes.
I'm so sorry. We usually open the bottle first.
Oh, let's get started then. Before I start talking about the dark and murky, let's get the booze flowing. So today, for our producer, I'm sorry today, man. I am Octavio. I'm sorry.
We're sorry, Octavio.
So the producer today is good old Domaine Potinet Ampeau, spelled Domaine space Potinet-Ampau.
He might just put a picture of the bottle up and maybe.
Yeah, let's go with that. So this is
I'm not trying to make you do more work, but I'm just assuming you were going to do that anyway. You know, it just seems
like the most chaotic episode ever. I have editing notes. It's okay.
Oh, okay.
It's okay.
So this is Domaine Potinet Ampeau's Monthelie Premier Cru Les Riottes 2011. So, rendered speechless.
Yeah, when you say it so fast, yeah. That's not how fast you say it.
So this is if you remember our previous episodes, this is a récoltant. So this is a green sticker, grower producer. So the cool thing about this little bottle here is that for people like me that are not wealthy, Burgundy prices are going fucking up the butt. Well, no,
Isn't it just French wine?
I mean, yeah, to some degree, but it's just Grand Cru and Premier Cru Burgundy is like expensive as hell. And so now it's like a lot of us wine drinkers are starting to migrate towards the lesser known appellations because we're like, well, $50 used to be able to get me a nice Saint Aubin. Now it can get me a really nice, Monthelie. Mm-hmm. So that's what we've done. Monthelie is going to be, let's see, on a map. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'm like, I need my map. But so Monthelie is going to be north of Meursault and east of Volnay. And then directly south of, directly south.
I don't even look at
I'm like, Kaylin, come on, All I can tell you is it's in the Côte de Beaune. It's in the northern portion of the Côte de Beaune. So I think it might be, now don't quote me on that because I apologize. Last week I bombed.
You said Côte de Beaune.
No pun intended. Oh my God.
You said Côte de Beaune.
It is Côte de Beaune.
I know, I was just...
Oh my God. But anywho, so today's drink is a 2011 rendition. This cork might be absolute shit.
Honestly, I took a look at it. It had like a little bit of discoloration, but I think
it has the mold on there, which means it's been stashed fairly well. Let's just hope it's not, corked.
Oh yeah, pray to the wine, guys.
Ooh,
that's good. You did it right.
I smell fruity pebbles. Ooh. I am excited.
Oh hey, wait. Did you think of we established that we might do a trivia question to see who gets the girls' night since you got the girls' night glass last time.
Yes. 12 minus 7. Go.
5. Oh, wait, 12. Wait, is that
12
right?
7?
minus 7.
That's right. Yeah.
No.
That's 12 minus 7. Yeah, it's 5, bro.
Is it 6?
No. It's 7.
It's not
12
7.
minus 7? Who was closest?
No,
5.
14 minus
It's 5,
7 is
okay.
7.
It's 5.
Okay, I got it. Boom. I was like, man, it's math, bro. It's math. Wait, I was like, that doesn't math it.
So who has the girls' night tonight? Is it Victor or is it Kaylin?
It's me. It's me. We were doing trivia for who gets the girls' night. That was so random, dude. You just wanted it like that. The 12.
Yeah, it's like I went back to like elementary school and I'm like those little you remember like when they used to have to take you like math tests in like 2 minutes and you had like 2 minutes to answer like 100 questions.
That's right. Well, like most of the time I did that, it was the times tables. And in 2 minutes you had to do like all, like 0 through 12 of the times tables. So like,
This smells fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
So Victor, I
smelled
think
it.
this is the first time you've ever had an old Burgundy or oldish Burgundy, right?
I believe so, yeah.
So this one is now 13 years old, I think. 2011. So by all intents and purposes, the 2011 was a pretty shitty vintage and Burgundy wasn't a great one. Hence why I'm drinking it now. Great vintages from Burgundy will last you 20, 25, 30 plus without a problem. Lesser known vintages stick to under 15.
Can I smell it out of your glass?
Yes.
Thank you. I feel like I'm not smelling shit.
Interesting.
Well, like here, smell in my glass. I think it's just not the glass. I just feel it's small.
Yeah, I think you can't really aerate it.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Already.
But did you check these legs, though?
Oh my god.
Yeah, okay, good. I was waiting for Ken's reaction. I'm
All
like,
you
let's
could
see
tell
how
is
he...
like alcohol from that. Like I think this is all you can even really tell from that.
Alcohol and sugar, you're
Yeah.
correct. So, Victor, what do you think?
It's got like a peppery kind of smell, kind of nose, kind of
Peppery.
aromatic. Oh, I heard the smells. I hate smelling my actual.
This is a beautiful little Pinot. It's so supple, so fresh, still tart, still tannic. It'll probably open up in like the next 10, 15 minutes, I think. Mm-hmm. It's just fragrant, delightful, classy.
Oh, that's super good, actually. Yeah, it's
I-
not even like tart, dude.
No.
They say it was tart, but it was like it's
Like
fresh.
on the finish, it's just like zippy, which
Yeah,
is
the
something
finish
you
definitely.
like. You wouldn't expect it at like 14, 13 years old to be that zippy.
What is this, like 12.5, 13.5?
Oh,
11
yeah.
4, dude. Oh, 11 to 14, I love
Yeah.
them, dude. They're
It's
like,
the
hey.
old labels,
Yep,
yeah.
They said, hey, bro, we somewhere.
It's
in
like,
there.
we don't know, man. It's somewhere in between that.
It's starting to warm a little. I think it might be a little more on the heavier, heavier on the alcohol side.
So, is this something, Victor, that you could see your
Dude,
clientele going for?
Of course.
this is so food friendly too. So food friendly.
Most
Like,
people would drink anything, and I don't know if I'll love or hate them for it.
I know what you mean, man. Honestly, like, I'm the kind of person just like, don't settle, man. Like, drink what you like. I don't know. Some people just drink whatever nowadays, and
I mean,
I can't do it, dude.
I mean,
tastes delicious.
I'll always, I'll always default to just being like, you move by the motion of the ocean. Just go by your own pace. If you love it, you love it. Like who's gonna hate on you when you love it?
I rarely.
like,
They make it for a reason. If they're selling it, it's good enough for some people.
But it's just like, but you have to find the balance of like actually celebrating, the industry and like what's out there and stuff. Just get maybe help them step out of it like
Yeah.
$2 at a time. You're like, hey, you know what? You're spending $8. Why don't we go 10?
Dude, I try telling people that. Some people are like, "Nah, man, I just like drinking the $5 I spend." I'm like, $5 more. Like literally, it's all like if you just want to make one more step, and then you get them on that 10, and then they're spending $10, which is fine. I don't want people to spend more. I just want people to drink better. But you can get them to that 15, 20 and get them. Say it's like a white. I can. Don't drink Moscato. Drink freaking German Riesling, bro. $5 more.
Not
That's
that-
all you need. What?
Not that price equates to quality. I'm just
It's
saying,
correct.
like
No,
you.
it's just it broadens with the amount of things you can buy that are good. The more you spend, that's a good way to put it. I'd say you're narrowing it down when you're only spending under 10 because now all this stuff is you're in that gap. Once you say, oh, okay, I will spend 20, you've now broadened it extremely. Now, not everything you like is going to be $20, but you've now got way more choice of options that could be potentially delicious.
Now, Victor, we've disrespectfully interrupted you to open this
No,
bottle.
with this wine, I please disrespect it as much as you possibly can. So, I didn't know what I was drinking until it was revealed to me. So that, I guess you could say for better or for worse, a dinner, right? And so I'm just sitting there, and they're like, "Oh, would you like some wine?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." I don't really bother asking now what kind of wine it is or anything. It's like it's to default like, "Okay, it's Victor. We're gonna serve him wine, whatever." If he really wants to know, he'll ask. And so we're eating this. What the hell was it? It wasn't like beef bourguignon, but it was some kind of beef stew, very chunky. And I take a whiff of the wine, and I'm like, "Oh my god! I smell NyQuil. I smell like overripe pomegranates. I smell figs. I smell vanilla." And I'm like,
Sounds like a Napa Valley product.
My goodness. And so I look at the color, and it has like a little bit of an edge of like brown. And I'm like,
So some tawny to it.
yeah, like it has a little bit of age on it already. And I'm like,
Kind of
this
like get
is,
off this one.
yeah, this one has a little bit of
bit
like
of-
bricking on the edge. But I take a sip, and oh my God, it was extremely boozy, pretty sweet, but not like dessert wine sweet. The vanilla and the oak were overbearing. There was no resemblance of any fruit left except on the nose. And the finish just reminded me a lot of like the smell you get when you open like nail polish remover.
Wow. That smells chemically.
Very, very much so.
Nice.
And when you're a guest at someone's house and they're serving you wine,
Yeah.
you just have to say, "Oh, this is great." They're like, "Yeah, we thought, they age very well." And I'm like, "Interesting. Can I ask what it is?" 2014 Rombauer Zinfandel.
Wow, you were served such. How would they bless you?
So my thoughts on Rombauer are already not very high.
But that sucks to them that was probably like, something that they just been waiting though to open for somebody though.
I honestly believe that they probably in their head held it up that it was going to taste good, so it had to taste good. So they were making themselves believe it tasted good. When I tell you that was like the skeletons and gelatinous fat of like, imagine you had a piece of like, I don't know, barbecue ribs, except all you were served were the ribs and the fat. There was absolutely no meat.
Okay, now hear me out though. What if you had some barbecue and it was just like sweet, juicy, succulent, just lightly spicy barbecue? Like just, you think that would have like happened though still?
No.
Okay.
That Zinfandel was literally just imagine someone just serving you a platter of bones and fat.
Oh man.
There was no sauce. There was no meat. There was no sides.
There's probably no acidity left in it. No freshness.
Maybe when this wine was released, maybe it did taste good. Yeah. Maybe it was refreshing and fruity and whatnot, but certain wines, they just don't age well. And so I was, I mercifully finished that glass, and they're like, "Would you like some more?" They bring out the bottles of goddamn Magnum.
No.
There's only 5 of us, bro.
No. I'm so sorry, dude.
I ended up
I'm so
having
sorry,
4.5 glasses of that wine, and it got worse and worse and worse and worse.
As it oxidized, yeah. And it oxidized hella fast.
Yes. There are a lot of great producers for Zinfandel. I mean, I think old Ravenwood is great. I also think that old Bella is great as well.
Nutmeg and cinnamon.
Ooh, is it opening up?
Nutmeg and cinnamon.
Oh my God.
Right? Tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah, that's like baking spices galore
bro.
there.
That thing is all over with some bacon spice. Sorry. I didn't interrupt, but it's something I had to address.
So I mean, it's like there are tons of great producers of Zinfandel, but Rombauer for me just is not one of them. And it's not to say that current release Rombauer isn't good, but for what it's worth, Kaylin might have been there, but I know for sure Victor was there when at our old place of employment, we did a blind tasting of Rombauer Zinfandel next to a red French dessert wine.
Yep, I was there.
And people could not tell the difference. That French dessert wine was a Minervois du, I think. Languedoc, something.
I think it was. You're right. No,
And it was a delightful, delicious, sweet red wine. And I was so sad and so puzzled, but also so surprised that people that know about wine can't tell the difference between a dessert wine and Rombauer Zinfandel.
Well, because it just shows what they're looking for is the amount of fruit, sugar in it, and
if you go and if you talk
smooth.
to these boomer, aged Rombauer Zinfandel drinkers, they'll be like, "I don't like sweet wine. I don't want dessert wine. I don't want Sauterne. I don't want Riesling."
They may not have back in their day, but that has their palace development.
But they're like, "Give me my Rombauer Zin."
yeah, dude.
So,
They refuse to
Victor.
look in the mirror.
and you're allowed to phone a friend.
Oh wait, sorry. One thing I really miss about that old place we worked at was Bricchetto. I fucking think about Bricchetto like at least once a week.
Valentine's Day is around the corner.
At least once a week. I know. I'm gonna get it. No,
Chocolate
100%.
and Bricchetto. That actually is a pairing that works.
Dude. Everything works with Bricketto, man. No, okay, not everything, but
Is that cat peeing on the floor?
no, he's licking the floor.
Are you sure?
I can't tell.
You made that same pose last time when
don't have
he
a
peed
cat.
on Victor's bed.
Oh.
Or Victor's...
It just looks like he's licking the carpet to me.
No, she's looking for somewhere to pee.
Yeah. Oh.
How do you know when she's about to pee?
Look at this cat. Look at your other cat. He's just laying on my jacket. Hey, that's a leather jacket. Don't scratch it, please.
Hey, it's Shadow.
I said
Shadow's a
please. I
sweetheart.
didn't- I wasn't
This
mean.
one is the demon. Because that cat was in the same exact place when it peed in Victor's
I
little
guess we're
equipment bag.
taking a little break from the question.
Go ahead. I'm talking.
Alrighty, so sorry for that interruption. So yeah, Victor, what I would like you to do is to find a pairing that you didn't know you were going into this. You didn't know what was being posed to you. You were served it blind, essentially. Someone just gave it to you, and they just said, hey, I really like this. I know you're going to like it. And they know you enjoy wine. And then they serve you not only a game, but a shitty game. That, in essence, instead of it being like maybe a game, a 6-month-long game, and you're just in suffer it, and then they, hey, how's that game coming along? Like, oh, it's great because you expect this person, but you're like, this game is trash, and I can't believe you drink this, and did I teach you nothing? You have disappointed me. Bring shame upon your ancestors.
I am somewhat confused. Is it a game or are we drinking something?
So Victor's pairing is supposed to be a video game or a movie or any other form of media that is comparable to
You're describing this.
video game, essentially.
Yes, gotcha. A trudge, you can say, like a dedication that you didn't really want in the first place, but you feel obligated to. Now
It's not even unrequited love. It's you're the person that doesn't want to be loved by this thing, but it's coming at you full force, and you don't have a choice but to take it.
Oh shit!
Okay, but again, you didn't answer. Is this a good or a bad like love that you're wanting or that you're taking?
It's just a disappointing thing.
Okay, all right, disappointment. All right. Oh, here. Wait. Huddle up real quick.
Yes, go for it.
What the hell? This isn't how this show works. But I like that game.
Did you really?
I love that game.
So we have a scuffle here.
All right. Well, this is the first time. Man, I did not enjoy that.
That's the malaria one, right?
Yes, the
I love
fucking
that one.
malaria one, dude. I was saying,
No one told me to play that game. I played it.
Fuck, I played it too because I played Far Cry Instincts Evolution.
Now everyone tells me to freaking watch One Piece, but that's just straight. I'm just kidding. It's not garbage. I just don't watch it.
Bro, I send you One Piece stuff, dude, just
I
in
li-
the hope that like
No.
maybe I might make a difference.
I've done it.
All right,
I've
hold
done it. I've begun the Civil War.
You have? Wait, have you watched? You started watching One Piece? Oh,
I am aware that One Piece is good. I just think it's way too long.
dude. Once you there's like aspects I think could be taken like out.
Don't start this.
No, I
it's
think-
the same argument every time
Dude,
someone
I
tries to get
get
me
it.
to watch it.
I'm loving this.
Okay, so it's long, but like
No, but like there's a lot
That's
of
why there's a new
story to
one.
put into it, and honestly, I feel every bit of it is like has mattered so far.
that's why there's a new one by Clover that's going to be shorter and more close to the manga, and I'm just going to watch that one instead.
Oh, dude, you talking about the one with Zoro's like ancestor? Like it's the dragon,
They announced that Clover Studios is going to do
Yeah.
the one that's close to Oda's story.
Yeah. I'm pretty excited for that too. You know what one I really wanted to watch is Solo Leveling, but I haven't started it yet. I hear great things about it. Okay, so you don't agree with Far Cry 2. I think Far Cry 2 was a trudge for me. Personally, I think having to worry about reading a map while I'm driving and then, okay, I kick a compound's ass, bro, and then I move on. I only move on a block down the fucking dirty dirt ass road. That's first off also hard to just keep track of where the hell I am. I go back there, not even 2 minutes, 5 minutes, repopulated with all sorts of enemies. And I'm like, I thought I literally just killed all you guys, bro. Literally, what the fuck is... And then not to worry about that, I have to worry about malaria, which isn't that bad, especially... I mean, if you played like... what's that zombie mall game? Dead Rising. If you played... Wait. Dead Rising. Yeah, it is Dead Rising. Yeah. There's that Zombrex thing. That was another one I feel was a little arduous
That one's a little closer.
to worry about. But
But
Far Cry, man.
here's why
They've just changed it so much.
Here's why
That's
this
all.
prompt doesn't like apply to me either, video game wise at least, is because every time I'm dealing with garbage, I just don't deal with it. I just
Oh, I see what you're saying. But
Like,
okay, so
okay,
have you ever watched a movie though that was a trudge, and then by the end of it, you're like, that was so not worth your
Was it?
time.
no, because
You know,
every
Beetle or
every
Blue
movie
Beetle?
every movie I watch
Stop.
is the best movie I've ever seen in my entire life.
Shut up.
It wasn't Blue Beetle.
I'm trying to think still.
Like the closest thing I can think of at the top of my head is whenever I play Battlefield story modes. Like any of the Battlefield story modes, like
Okay.
it would
It's
start
not
like
bad.
it would start
It's
okay
not bad.
because it's just like, hey, I like shooters, I like military shooters, they're pretty fun. And then there's always a mission. There's always a mission where it's just like, hey, kill everybody, and then it's just like there's like 3 people on the map and you don't know where they are, and you're just like, this is supposed to be a story campaign. Can I just please go to the next chapter?
I'm not going to take the easy way out with this either and say Dark Souls, but that's not bad. The Battlefield's, but see, like there's like 1 out of the 4 that I end up liking. You know, sometimes I'm like, oh, this was a decent little fun campaign. So I feel like I can't totally say that whole thing was an arduous like shit show. You know, I'm trying to think. Like you played Darksiders 2. There's so much backtracking in that fucking game. Pissed me off. I'm just going into my own thing of like I finished a game, but it pissed me off. I didn't like finishing it because of that. I forever remember
There is
doing that.
There is that other aspect where it's just like there's a billion times, not literally, but like so many times where my friends are just like, hey, we're gonna play this multiplayer here, and I'm not having fun the entire time, but I know it'll end. I know within like an hour or two, we're just gonna be like, hey, Victor, you've been quiet this whole time. Are you having fun? I'm just like, of course I'm having fun. Can we play
Having the
something
time
else?
of my life.
So you find a way to get out of it.
Yeah, like
I'm jealous.
I'm pretty patient when I know something ends. Like I'm always just like, yeah, I'm a pretty short-tempered person or impatient person, and people are just like, what? No, you're like the sweetest guy in the world.
Yeah.
I was like, that's because I know it'll end. Now, if
Damn.
something's affecting my life, I'm not patient at all.
So you're very so you're the more half glass full guy than the half glass empty.
I suppose so.
You know, there was a game I enjoyed, but then at the end I really felt not like fulfilled.
Blue Baldy.
No, it was a freaking Ninja Gaiden Black. Like, fuck that game.
I don't like the
For
mission
sure.
guidance either.
No. If you're thinking of like an arduous task to take upon, even on easy mode, it's just a hard fucking game. It's like pre-Dark Souls like era type action. It was just Devil May Cry like, but worse. Is not worse. Just it's satisfying. If you're like you like that high paced stuff, that's freaking satisfying, and it was satisfying. But at the end of the day, I didn't feel like I used that time well at all. I was like, I just stressed myself. Like I killed a year of time on my like the amount of stress I went through must have been months of stress that I built and shoved into like 2 weeks. You know, so I definitely.
I got one.
I definitely grew that,
You made
that
it turn
day.
bright red.
Well, because, bro, when you're thinking about it, but see, that's why I feel like I kind of couldn't say it because I did enjoy it, but it didn't make me feel fulfilled. I felt like drained. And sorry, that's one of mine. Ninja Gaiden Black.
Okay.
Go on, sir.
So this one, in terms of like being invited to that dinner, to the servings of the wine, my metaphor for that is kind of like Mind Hive kind of thing, where everyone says like, "This is a really good game. You should play it." And I'm just like, "Oh my god, of course! I love these types of games. I can play these games for hours." And I did play it for hours until one day I realized it could be so much better, and that's only because I was introduced to a different game, aka a wine. But I know that's not 100% your
Yeah,
situation.
that's
You
good.
only had the one wine the whole dinner.
Still super relatable.
But it's what makes me equate to it that I've been playing this game for hours. Like you can check my origin log. Like it probably has like 200 hours on it.
Oh my god.
This game is SimCity.
I'm weak. Oh my goodness. SimCity's not great.
I love Sims.
That's such a surprising thing to hear. It wasn't what I was expecting.
I love Sims. I love sim games like Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Wow.
Or like the Zootopia, whatever
Yeah,
it was.
yeah.
Those ones are great.
To build your own stuff. Like, oh, did you play Jurassic
Even-
Park? You know, building your own Jurassic
I
Park.
haven't played that one.
Dude, that's actually
But-
not bad. And I'm not into those games.
Now, I'm not good at those games except for Sims and SimCity. And that's why I played it for a very long time. But here's the thing: being good at SimCities is sort of lucky. Like, if you know what you're doing, you'll be like, oh yeah, I can make a city that can make money, and then I can grow from there. When you just start out, you're just like, okay, I'm making some money, and then for some reason you're losing thousands of dollars a day, and you're just like, what the fuck's going on with this game? And it just becomes weird. And then you're just playing it being like the world's mildest amount of stressed out. Just being just like, I feel like I'm doing good because I'm able to build things. I'm able to have neighboring cities. I'm able to have a functioning electric grid, water supply, all this stuff. And like, you're just like, my businesses will grow really fast. And you're just like, yeah. And then like, they'll slowly decline and keep like, abandoning it. I forgot what that word's called when you abandon buildings, foreclosures and stuff like that. And then it's just like what I was like, why do you grow this expectation of being like, I'm going to a wine dinner, and then slowly like you're just like, are we gonna drink this all night? Like, what's happening?
Yeah,
what's going on?
That's exactly how I felt.
Are we really going to keep this up?
And you're just like, it could be better. It could be like, everyone knows that Sims and SimCities has a monopoly in the genre because that's all everyone wants to play. You introduce a new type of game, they're not even gonna fucking look at it. They're not even gonna fucking flinch until one day, City Skylines and City Skylines XL comes out, and you're just like, oh, wow, it's the same thing. And you play, and you're just like, whoa, this is good, because not only is it the same formula, but it's like intricate. Like, you can go down all the way down to the street level and be like, hey, in this district, no cars allowed. You can only bicycle.
Oh.
You can be like, oh, in this one, we have to install smart thermostats to keep energies low.
Word. That's
And over
actually
here,
kind of cool, though.
And over here, you're allowed. Over in this district, you're allowed to smoke weed.
This
like,
is for people with like power fantasies.
And then like,
It's
and then
literally
again,
people with power fantasies love
you
these
could go.
games. Like, yes.
Victor knows I'm a
Let me
power.
control it all.
Victor knows I'm a power fantasy guy. That's the reason why I play single player games.
Yes.
And like, you can just like have the most intricate, detailed like bus stops and stuff like that. And I was just like, this is what I like. I like the nitty gritty. I don't like that like bird's eye view of being just like, this is how my city's performing. I was just like, I like to get down there and see how fucking Timothy from fucking
Engineering is doing.
from district, but how he gets to work and why he's always late to work, because that's how like detailed you can get. And I'm still not good at it, but once I realized City Skylines existed, that's when I had that feeling of like, I'm at this wine party. I don't like what's happening. Why do I keep playing? Why, like, how longer is it going to be? So my answer is SimCities. Play Skylines instead.
Yeah, I think.
I'm glad I was able to help you get to that choice. Took us a couple.
Yeah, it took us a while there, but this is why Ken is the perfect intermediary.
Yeah. Man, I was still trying to think of that game that I was talking about where it's like, you can be like a lion, a wolf, or you play God and there's like that finger and you can like...
Paladin?
You said it was black and white.
Black and white, yes. Black and white. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Damn, gentleman handshake and everything.
Well, because I remember like it was like the first episode I was on. I remember us bringing it up and could not remember for the life of me what it was. And then later on, like weeks later, we were just hanging out and I was like, dude, that was the game. That was that game. And man,
You also recommended Monochrome twice, and you're embarrassed by it.
Yeah, I am embarrassed.
Are you gonna,
Oh, yeah,
No,
the
I'm not
monochrome winery.
Are you going to recommend it on this episode too?
No, I'll just say Adobe Road because I like their stuff. But now
You don't even know what the pairing is yet.
I know. I'm just saying. Okay, I'm just gonna state it.
So that is the official pairing for my end of it. Mr. Victor, you're up next.
All right. Everybody, we're doing our corks and controllers first. We're doing a revisit.
Interesting.
Now, I don't know how the formula is going to work, but I just thought it'd be fun because this is the game I've been playing most often lately.
Better not be Spider-Man.
Because I need to get through it. I have not played Spider-Man 2 yet. I'm so sad. I'm so fucking sad. I want to play it.
Everybody's
I want
on
to
that.
play it so fucking bad. Anyways,
But I thought you wait until everyone's gone through it to play it.
that's if it's... We'll get into that later. But anyways, today we are repairing Cyberpunk.
Oh, fun.
Oh, lordy.
Super fun.
Cyberpunk 2077. Now here's the thing. I still haven't played the Phantom Liberty because I want to... I've done this since I was born, since I came out the testicles. I play the base game before I pay for any DLC. That's just the way my brain works. Now, if I really if I think the DLC made a base game better, then that's the exception. But otherwise, I want to beat the base game first.
Yeah,
Anyways.
no, I agree. I 100% agree. That's just how, like, Bethesda, that's how I've always done it. Skyrim, that's how I've always
Because
played
screw you, Bioshock. Why would I play your Under the Sea DLC if I never even beat your Infinite because you didn't make it good enough?
Hey, Infinite was not that terrible.
I did beat it, and I did like it.
I liked Bioshock
but
Infinite.
I expected it to be groundbreaking.
I did
But
too.
instead, it was just more Bioshock.
It was, bro. They made it even like more convoluted too. They managed somehow, some way to make it just more convoluted.
So, this is not the Phantom Liberty pairing. We'll do that in a different episode one day. So yeah, I've been playing a lot more Cyberpunk. I came back to it, as Victor may or may not remember, when the game came out, abysmal state of that it was in.
Yeah, that thing was
almost unplayable.
Absolutely buggy. People getting in the cars, bro. They would be on the side of their motorcycle, like Emmett's still driving. The cars would be like on top of.
What's the Flintstones version of Futurama?
The Flintstones version.
Is it the Jet Setters?
Jetsons.
The Jetsons?
There we go. Yeah,
The
that.
Jetsons is
like
an old
Jetson
No, you're talking
2.5.
about Flintstones, but like if the Flintstones were like future, that's what
Yeah.
That's what
I
he's saying.
think. Oh, is that what he
Jetsons.
said?
Yeah.
Wow, what did I hear? I thought you said.
I
I thought you
don't know.
said Simpsons.
Maybe.
You
but
said Simpsons.
what's the
there'd be-
Flintstones
there'd
version
be
of Futurama?
I swear
Anyways.
he said Simpsons.
Anyways, my favorite bug is when you fast travel. As soon as you load, there's a random civilian, and he goes "Ooh," up into the sky. It's hilarious.
That always reminds
Anyways.
me more when the dude dropping from the sky.
Those are funny too. Anyways, notoriously, I told you guys a billion times that I was waiting for the Siege Project Red. They announced the final patch, free patch to fix the game as much as they can, and then they're going to move on to the other projects, their next Witcher game or their next freaking Cyberpunk game, whatever they're going to work on next. And I was just like, cool, awesome. I'm going to download it. I'm finally going to play this game from beginning to end. And it's finally happened. I'm playing it. It's having a good time. Very little glitches. So happy. Everything renders. There's less of the pop-ins.
You don't have characters just walking into walls.
The audio effects don't crackle anymore. It's amazing. I'm having so much fun.
It's not a broken game anymore.
So
They fixed it.
and the freaking leveling tree whatever thing now makes sense. It's fantastic. Great game. Okay. So, and the reason why we're repairing it is because it's a different mindset, right? Because before it's just like, why don't you give me a wine that's just like you've been waiting for so long and then it comes and it's broken. Now the mindset is you waited all this time and you're having so much fun.
Yeah.
There's intricacy, there's character growth, there's
Whatever was wrong is now patched and fixed and is now a presentable piece that I'm willing to play. Absolutely.
and the thing that I'll add to this before Victor gets on with his parent and you assist Victor with your parent as well
That's why I'm doing sub descriptions. I'm just like, hey, maybe that helps.
is the fact that this is the first time in a long time I'm feeling connected to video game characters. Because the last time I had this was probably like, I don't even know, like maybe even if it's not after Skyrim, it probably was Skyrim. This is the last time I felt connected to characters. Now, Skyrim's a little weird because this is very...
You do a lot of stuff that, I don't think I would
This
do.
is so nitpicky, but the framing and the point of view, angle, camera, lens distortion, whatever the fuck effect they have on it, whenever you talk to characters, you never felt physically close to them. Like the camera was never in their face. And I know that's a very nitpicky thing, but still the dialogue alone in Skyrim was what made me feel connected to the character, even if I couldn't remember them because they look like ants on the screen.
True.
In Cyberpunk, you get really, really close. And you have very, very realistic conversations, ones that make you pause the game and having to think about it.
Yeah.
And it's to the point where it's just like it feels inauthentic to play because you can't pause in real life. Someone asked me a really tough question in Cyberpunk, and I pause and I'm just like,
Well, because they have a time, like some things are time
yeah,
limited.
exactly. Some
like,
things have a time
you have
bar.
to give a response, and if you don't, they'll say whatever the heck they're scripted to say.
If you literally say nothing when the time bar comes out, they just go like, okay, and then like
they
they
think
just
you're
brush
crazy.
off, and you feel so bad. You're like, no, I did want to answer. Anyways, so yeah, so
Something that was broken, maybe not very drinkable / playable, and then now due to whatever circumstances, it is now absolutely something delicious.
Yeah.
And willing to play with.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers,
And
guys.
I will add, in case people are just like, Cyberpunk, what? You're not even saying Cyberpunk is a first person game made by CD Projekt Red. It is adapted from a tabletop game, is an RPG. You can make any build you want. You can be a melee person, a gun person, a fucking rockology person, a cybernetic person. It's an amazing game, akin of like Bethesda games, but dare I say, even better, because you know what? Fallout 4 sucked. Fallout 76 sucked. Everything sucks. Freaking, what's it called?
Fallout 76 did suck.
What was it called? I don't even know what it's called anymore. That's how much it sucks.
Oh, Starfield?
Starfield sucks. I'm sorry.
It wasn't
I
as-
gave it a fucking
Hey.
try. Starfield sucks. Anyways, we're gonna keep going. You hold on to that.
I will. It's okay.
Hold on for the rest
It's
of your
okay.
Pause
It's
and
not
say
something
that.
that probably wasn't already said.
This is tasting fucking fantastic.
I
man.
just-
Yes, yes.
Bro, it is silky. It's luxurious. Like, this is a fucking elixir of the gods right now.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Like, literally, like, Victor, take a sip and
Elixir.
tell me it doesn't feel just velvety when it, like, dances on your tongue. Like, it just feels, like, rich and velvety, but then the acid comes in, but then it finishes with, like, this strawberry, bright, rich, hairy note.
I was about to say, I was just like, what are you talking about? I get acid, and then it immediately dissipates and like gives you the fruit flavor. So, very nice. So yes, Victor,
That's good. Yes. All right.
a game that you've been waiting,
A game or a wine?
no, yeah.
a wine
Yeah.
that you've been waiting. Not good, not going on, but you were patient, you waited, and it rewarded you with
I know you have one already.
depth.
I do,
I know,
but
you
I
have
want
like
I want to
two or
hear
three.
your opinion.
It awarded you with depth, connection, and the first time in a long time that you're just like emotional.
This reminds me of just one particular style, maybe even grape, I'd say. But when I had this 1986 Barbaresco, I felt was a great time for me to have learned, like, hey, some things need to be fucking waited on. You know, definitely aren't the same. Man, okay, having like a fresh Barbaresco or Barolo, I'll even say,
That hurts just thinking about
yeah,
that.
it's just tart. It's freaking so sour cherry. It's sour black fruit.
You're
It's
so
just,
genuine right now. Your voice is shaking.
no. Well, it's because it's fucking gross. Okay,
It is.
like it's not good. Okay, don't ever unless you plan on fucking decanting that thing for a whole day, dude. That's
Or two or three.
just don't open them fresh. You have to wait. And when I had that 86, I was like, don't get me wrong, still earthy, still had like this rubber tire smell. It still was just
Yeah, the tar.
black currenty. It was fucking aggressive. It was licoricey, but it wasn't fucking hella tart and super just pulling all the
It wasn't
plaque
violent?
off my yeah, it wasn't aggressively spicy. It was nice. It was good. So that'd be my answer. I feel Barbaresco is a fitting answer, but by all means, I would love to know what Victor.
Oh my god. Okay. So this had been maybe 2017, the first year our place opened up. 2017, maybe early 2018. I'm feeling the money burn in my pockets. I'm like, ooh, I'm making all this money. I'm making all this money, and I'm like, I'm gonna go splurge on a nice bottle of wine. And so I'm like, why am I gonna buy one? Might as well buy like 3 of them. And so this was the Domaine Mallard Corton Rouge Grand Cru. And I'm like, I'm walking out with hundreds of dollars worth of wine just in 3 bottles. I feel great. So I get home, and this is after I had stopped at, I think it was like maybe a Burger King for like a Whopper. And I'm like, let's see what you can do, bottle. And so I open it, absolute trash. So this bottle at that point was going for like about maybe $120. So the best way I can describe it for you gardeners out there, when you come home from Home Depot and you open up that bottle of potting soil, that's exactly what this wine smelled like. It just smelled like chicken shit. It smelled like wood. It smelled like dirt. It was extremely acidic. It was very tannic. It tasted a lot like oversteeped black tea, maybe like rotting leaves and, I don't know, beef jerky.
There's someone in the world who is just salivating over your description right now.
Yeah. I mean, if this bottle of wine was like 40 years old, maybe I'd say it was tasting good. But by no means did it taste good with the Whopper. Now, also, this was back when I was a lot younger, too.
Whopper.
I was a lot more arrogant. I was all like, God, this wine's not good enough. And I forgot about the other 2 bottles. So I just remember loathing that bottle of wine. And eventually I came around to a different vintage of it, but I'm like, the 2014 vintage is always going to be like, whatever. You know, like I look at it and I'm like, you pathetic little thing. Like, why couldn't you do it for me back then, you know?
Looking disgust. Like,
yeah, it was just like, you know, like I would read, you know, the seller tracker reviews and the critic ratings, and they're like, oh, this wine is great, you know, like it's fantastic, it's going to age incredibly. No, man, this is a bunch of fucking bullshit, man. Like, I just don't like this shit.
You're just like, I can't even get it up when I look at you.
No, and so what I would do is that I was on a mission, and so I bought a whole bunch of other Cortons of the same vintage, and I'm like, oh my God, these are all fucking garbage. What the hell's wrong with me, you know?
You were thinking maybe it was just a bottle of the vintage you bought?
No, maybe I just didn't like Corton. Maybe Corton just wasn't good.
Maybe just not your region. Like Cornet, you know?
Well,
like
no.
Cornet.
So, like, I am of the firm belief in wine YouTube. Shoot me if you must. But I'm of the wine opinion that great wine regions, everyone likes them. They just haven't found the right vintage.
I think so too. I tell people
There's
all
a
the time.
reason why Grand Crus are Grand Crus. But anywho,
Yeah.
so it's like I was going through my storage last year, I think, and I was getting ready for Christmas, and I'm like, let's see, you know what I want to get for Christmas. And I see that fucking bottle of 2014 Domaine Mallard Corton, and I'm like, you bitch.
You're still around for a reason, you
Dude,
bastard.
I wanted to fucking square the fuck up with that bottle. I'm like, you fucking cost me hundreds of dollars, you know, like you little shit. Like you did nothing for me. You ruined my Whopper. You ruined my night. I have you here just chilling, taking up space. Like
That's the
fucking useless piece of shit. Like what the hell are you doing in here, you know?
Fade on sight, bro.
So I very like passively grabbed the bottle and I'm like, you're coming home with me, whatever. You're not gonna be worth it, but you'll be the pre-Christmas, you know, celebration, whatever, you know. So people could be like, oh, Grand Cru, you know.
Now you're treating it like a cheap horse. You come home.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just like, you're probably worth like $5 worth of wine. You don't taste good. You are not worthy of your name, but by no means is any fucking bottle worthy of your name. Like you guys are fucking jokes. You guys aren't a real Grand. I was just livid. And so I remember I get home, and because I had no left respect for this thing, I'm just like, you piece of shit. Like, you're not even worth a dinner. I'm just going to open you up right now and drink you while I watch TV.
It's good.
Victor, that bottle of wine slapped me right in my mouth and said, you're going to respect me today.
Wow.
I kid you not. I open it, and I'm like,
Sorry.
Yeah, he's done.
oh, yeah, I'm
He's
good.
done.
Thank you, sir.
You don't have to finish it. But now you have to.
I swirled it around, and immediately I'm like, oh my God, what did I do? You know, like those lessons where you have to be humbled? Like,
Right.
where you're just like,
Just as a child type.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
like, you just
as a
look
child.
back and you're like, man, I should have been fucking spanked or, you know, hit with the broom or some shit, you know?
That's how I feel about other people.
Yes.
And eventually you might come around, you know? But so I'm smelling this wine, and it's like, I'm going through all these fucking angry emotions in my head, like, no, this wine isn't good. And I'm like, dude, that was you like 7 years ago now.
Palates change. I tell people all the time, your palate's going to change.
Dude, not
bro.
just palates, but, you know, personal
Wine,
growth.
yes. Oh, true. People change.
You start to respect.
He's pairing.
Yeah.
He's cooking.
No, it's like you start to respect things for what they are, and you start looking at it maybe more objectively. Because I feel like back then, I was so damn narrow-minded. I was so full of myself. I'm like, I know everything, blah, 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 you know, like, respect me. Now I'm more like, you know, I don't care. I just don't care. But that bottle of wine definitely, by the time I was drinking that bottle of wine, I only had harsh feelings for it and a select few other bottles that I've purchased over the years. But one sip and, oh my God. I wanted to cry from how sad I was. I'm like, man, I was way too harsh on you. Like, I should have never been rude to you.
It was like a stepchild that you beat a little too much, and they grew up to be a
no,
person.
it's the stepchild that you didn't know was actually your child.
What? Oh, that's dirty. So then, like, what? The mom lied to you? How dare you?
Yeah, you know, like, I don't know what shit was fed into my head that I willingly accepted it back in 2017. That I'm like, yeah, you know, Corton's a shit region, whatever. But yeah, so it's like I'm just sitting there and I'm like, oh my God, I don't even have a meal for you. Like, what the fuck am I doing?
He said, I'm
Like,
just
this
dry.
is-
I'm drying it.
Yeah, it's like, bro, what am I doing?
Raw dogging.
And so I just remember it's like I found a piece of beef in my fridge. I saw I had some carrots and potatoes. And I'm like, well, I'm going to try my best to, you know, do you some respect here.
I
And
give you respect for that.
yeah, I had some really, really good
Busting out
chunks
some
of
food
beef
for it.
and a little bit of gravy. And it was a very good meal. And I learned some lessons that day that maybe I shouldn't be so harsh on certain wines that have pedigree. And I'm very thankful that I have one bottle left.
You taught me that super early because there was a lot of stuff he let me try that was pretty nice that I definitely was not I was like, I could appreciate, but I was like, nah.
Well, I mean, think of your Saucy Kaya 2015.
Dude, I was just about to bring up that Saucy Kaya. Man, that sucked, dude.
It was your birthday.
No, it sucked because
These are lessons we have to learn.
Yeah, that was just another lesson. It was my birthday. We thought, hey, let's do a Saucy. What was it, 2015? You said?
Yeah, I just told them to go into my storage, pick out some bottles, and we'll drink them.
And no, and fucking yeah, it was a sleeper year, man. We opened that bottle. It should, in theory, there's no science to aging, but in theory, we were like, oh, this should be somewhat more drinkable now. It was sleeping, man. There's these things called sleeper years, where some years throughout, it doesn't just go like this.
Yeah,
It doesn't just get better as you age. It goes like,
yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you pick it in a 17. Maybe next year it wouldn't have been bad.
Yeah,
that's literally just how it is.
Sounds like there's a science to it. It's just that
no,
understand it yet.
No, well, yeah.
Do you remember my lecture on Rusan?
I was about to say no science to it. What?
Yeah, so remember my little lecture on Rusan last week or the week before? I mean, I'm always lecturing about fucking Rusan, but it's like that, but less extreme.
Every episode I'm talking about Rusan.
Fucking Rusan, oh my god, that grape inspires. So again, maybe I just need more wisdom with Rusan, but Rusan is that child that you have that you just fucking know does the bare minimum to be good enough, but does the bare minimum to piss you off, and you're like, let me catch you slipping. Oh, you did something good now. You're making me proud. Oh, fuck, you're doing something. Rusan is that.
They just stay here.
Like,
they never get good.
Rusan, one year, I will maybe accept, like, you know what, Rusan, you are who you are, and I have to love you for what you are. But that ain't today. I still have growth, you guys. I still have growth to grow. So that is my official pairing for you.
The Mallard.
Yeah, Domaine Mallard 2014 Corton Rouge, to be specific. That bottle deserves a lot more respect than I gave it. So,
nice.
R.I.P.
Well, there's still one left.
There's one baby left in the back, in the litter. One baby left in the litter.
And so I didn't finish on that, though. But so this bottle of wine is still tasting very primary. As in, it's still very acidic. It's still very tannic. But right now it's flowering with a whole bunch, bright red fruits. It's not even tasting the single bit earthy, which means it still has many, many years to go. And so my goal is, maybe when I retire, I'll pop it open and be like, we've come full circle, my friend. I bought you when I first started in the wine, at that place. And now I'm retiring from when I bought more wine. And let's have, a little... Oh, I'm getting emotional over a fucking bottle of wine.
Hey, man.
I got emotional over a video game last week.
No, dude, no. Well, dude, no. It's all about the expression, dude. And honestly, that's been such a milestone in all of our, kind of careers, bro. Wine, So... it's not surprising that it is something to have a part of you in.
You are loyal and faithful viewer. One day we'll also have this experience. Hopefully you won't berate it as much as I did. Because treat the bottle. Unless it's Rombauer Zinfandel, by all means.
So the rule here is to be more objective, to be a little more open-minded.
Yeah, I wouldn't say even be more objective, just be more open-minded.
Yeah, okay. Be willing to give things multiple tries.
And I know I sound hypocritical when I say this, but be open-minded with everything except Rombauer and Naomi.
Well, no, the difference there is you have had open minds for multiple different vintages. You've had not saying willingly, but just through our work, I know I've had probably the last
so many Justins, so many Austin Hopes.
So it comes to a point where I still have hope for them, but I have a pretty open mind, and my mind is pretty stern on that's not the style we strive.
This ain't it.
But by all means, it's out there for somebody. But that doesn't mean if somebody in 5 years from now is like, oh my god, you have to try this new vintage Rombauer Zin, that I won't try it. I probably will still try it. Just to say it's the same thing.
But it's not going to be bedrock. So it's like you have I don't know. So in my view, I see it like this. It's like Rombauer is, I'm sorry for the gamers out there, the Call of Duty, everybody in their mom knows
the
Call of
Rombauer
Duty.
drinkers, though.
Yeah, it's everyone knows Call of Duty. This is what your soy boy resident, gamers who are, fucking chauvinists.
They're the Rombauer drinkers. They're the
fucking women haters, gun shooters, whatever.
They're probably Camus drinkers.
Yeah, those are your Call of Duty drinkers, right?
Because they think they're up here because they do spend a lot of money, aka play a good game, but they're drinking garbage.
Yeah,
they're playing
then
garbage.
It's but then there are little tiny, I wouldn't call them indie games, but Unpack Me. Unpack Me's great.
Oh, well, no. I know what you mean when you say this, though.
It's
when you say
like-
there's like sleeper games.
Yeah.
There's games that are just under the radar, people aren't paying attention to, or maybe there's a small group that are, but...
And so I would
Not
say,
enough
you know,
love.
when it comes to Zinfandel, like Bedrock is exactly that.
Oh, I liked Hartford Court when we went to
Hartford Court. Yeah,
Bro,
they're another
they
one.
had such like French-inspired styles.
Yeah,
of it.
like
It was
their
so light, so
Zinfandels are
medium.
just so refreshing. So
I've never had a
Pure.
medium-bodied Zinfandel, a light medium-bodied Zinfandel until I went to Hartford Court.
yeah,
and I was like,
I mean,
oh my goodness.
they exist out there.
It
It's
reminded
just,
me
you know,
of
like-
Beaujolais. I remember literally saying, "This is like Beaujolais-like. It's so light and
Yeah, but I mean,
pretty."
you wouldn't have those experiences if you didn't have an open mind to get there. So, like, I mean, I would have never learned of Unpack Me if Victor would have been like, "Hey, let's play a video game Saturday." Would have been like, "Oh my god, I need to play Call of Duty and Finding Nemo." Like, I don't want to do that.
On that note, I'm really serious. I would love to have a game night with us, like where we would have like a not I would say stream, but like, you know, like play a game of, you know, just like something small, maybe sectional. You
Oh
know,
my god, pizza
but
and wine night.
sounds fun,
I mean, that's the point. Now that we got my boy Octavio here,
that'd be so
Yeah.
cool.
we should be able to do some more stuff.
Dude, because I feel definitely it'd be fun. Just I've never played a video game with you, and it'd just be a real interesting
Yeah,
time trying to
you
see.
have you
the-
beat my ass on Mortal Kombat last time.
Dude, that's like not even but that's not it. Like no, I want. No,
I lost.
I didn't mean it like that. I just mean I like playing games.
That
where-
wasn't a thorough
No,
enough ass whipping,
no.
is what he's trying to say.
I
No,
know-
it wasn't
I know what
even
he's
like
saying,
that
though.
though. I want something where we work together. We have to maybe like finagle something, maybe even like cooperatively destroy something, like Nazi zombies. You know what I
I
mean?
was-
Like maybe. You know?
I was going in a different direction.
Where?
I was thinking that we like pseudo torture Victor by just making him hold the controller.
I would love that
the
too.
entire time.
Oh, I would love
And all
that.
we do is commentate.
Oh my god, bro, we should play like Amnesia or something. You know, like
I
give him.
already asked him to play Amnesia. He said
Bruh,
no.
dude.
Victor
Which
said
one
no
was
already.
that one?
It's
Was
the
that
scary one?
It's dark. You're in a castle and you can't defend yourself.
Yeah,
no.
and you
God,
have
no.
to
No.
use the light to keep yourself from going insane.
I'm already scared of Freddy Nights at Fazbear's, bro. Like,
Yeah,
you think
I
I'm
know.
gonna?
5 Nights of
Yeah, same shit. You know what I was
I know
going.
what you mean. I'm just clarifying for the peeps. Fuck.
Let me say this.
What game is like the good in between then?
Give me a second. I'm going to address the audience. Guys, what would you like to see? Because
Oh my
gosh,
I
yeah.
have ideas ranging from the pairings that we've already done in podcasts.
Oh,
we
that's a
do
good
a
one.
separate episode for it where it's just a gaming channel. Where it's just like, oh, we paired this before. Let's do it in real life. Let's get the wine again. Let's get the game. Or do you just want straight on? You want just
Yeah, to me, get tortured pretty much.
just unhinged, unadulterated, just us playing.
Watch me play Dark
games
Souls. Oh
because
my
I do
God.
own a lot of games. I'm sure Kaylin owns a lot of games as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have a lot of wine. Not that anyone cares, but I got a lot of wine to pair.
All I'm saying is I would say that sounds interesting as hell to me, but
Well,
of
let's set it-
course it's
let's
up to
set
you
a date.
guys.
It's up,
yeah,
whatever
it's
you
up-
guys want to watch.
It's up
let
to
us know
you
in the
guys,
comments.
but if you guys don't, we'll definitely come up with, I'm sure, some game to torture him with. I'm just thinking of scary games because I just want.
Well,
but
we
I'm
don't-
trying to find a
well,
middle ground.
I meant torture in terms of just like, even if it's like Call of Duty, it's just like Victor's the only one holding the controller. We're
I
not
just
even
want to
touching
see him scared.
I
No.
just like seeing Victor struggle. I mean, I gave him a single game that had movement and camera. Well, it was para something.
Oh, the stupid shape one.
Stanley's
No,
subliminal.
Subliminal.
Oh my gosh,
Oh, I hate that game.
that game was hard. No, there's some aspects of that game that are.
is just move, look, and one button.
Yes.
This guy kept staring at the ground and moving.
Yeah, I hate that game.
And
My
okay, and see,
God.
that's why I'm thinking it has to be like almost a third, like Mass Effect, but see, that's too long. I'm thinking more of what's those one scary games where they made a movie? What?
Doesn't have to be
Pac-Man.
scary.
I know, no, but it was
Jaws.
fun. It was like action horror,
That's almost better.
like
I would
Alan
love to
Wake.
s-
Oh, I think Alan Wake would be a fun one.
That's even better somehow. I would love to see how far Victor gets in a Pac-Man game.
That's
It's
real.
the most retro.
Random
like,
facts?
That's stressful
80
though.
You
games.
guys want to know random
Because
facts
it's like
about
puzzle-
Pac-Man?
Go for it.
How many dots are on the Pac-Man levels?
I don't even know that.
I do.
Dots?
I just did trivia at my brewing company for this. 244.
You guys have trivia night?
Yeah, it's on Monday nights, boy. Okay, 244, including the 4 dots that are the big dots. So it's 240 plus those 4 dots. Fun fact.
It's
gave
okay.
up. I
It's
gave
okay.
up.
It took me forever to put it up, anyways. Well,
I want so bad to just like push it over, and I'm like, control yourself.
I think that's an episode, guys.
Yeah, well, I mean, these beers looking really nice. These are the beers. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah, we usually talk about the feature tables. I mean, we don't have to.
But I
address
mean,
it, but
when the wine is great, I mean, there's really
Honestly, this wine was killer. But, what was I going? Oh.
cheers
no.
to fine red Burgundy. And because
I was gonna say you probably have too much over there.
oh yeah, I'll share in a little bit.
Disclaimer as always: Victor drives home
Yes.
safely.
But it doesn't mean I can't sniff a really fine red Burgundy.
But no, that's a good call. I think Pac-Man would be a fun just starter. Just like, let's get it like it's simple. All you got is directions to worry about. But for some reason, I feel that's
Dude,
so
this wine is,
stressful
like,
still.
so sweet and so good.
It's very juicy.
Damn.
Juicy. So what are these? We don't have to drink them. I am curious.
Of course not. So yeah, I bought this from my place of work. The one you got in your hands is Cellar Maker. The dripping tap. I believe that's no, that's not a hazy. That's a West Coast.
West Coast. Yep, you're right. You're right.
West Coast.
Yeah.
I've had a little bit of it last night. Gosh, what's the nicest way to put this?
Tastes like a pine tree.
It was delicious, but it tastes like I've had it before.
Well,
I'm very picky. I'm very adventurous. I like to taste something new every time. That being said, very delicious, but I don't know. I always want an adventure. Every time I buy something new, I expect it to be new. Maybe that's too high expectations.
Especially, I think with IPAs, like a lot of people like to use similar hops. Unfortunately, bro, Simcoe, Mosaic,
I mean, but there's nothing wrong with that.
Citra. Everyone uses a lot, and there is nothing wrong with that. But it does come down to like similar qualities in them. You know, like they're going to taste similar, especially when they're West Coast and the IBUs are like crazy high, and so you are being like punched in the face with a lot of hops. So all you are tasting is the differences in the hops. Is it Mosaic? Is it Centennial? Is it HBC 586? Yeah, that's a real HBC 586 hop. Like, you know what I mean? It comes down to the point where it's like the only big difference in the taste profile is what hops you're using. If you're going to drink a West Coast style with mostly hop quality.
And what we have over here is a Bear Bottle Brewing Company's Juice Science Double IPA.
I saw pineapple on it.
That sounds good.
And the cool thing about Bear Bottle is that they're very transparent. They tell you like percentages and Fahrenheits of like how they freaking have their water.
They give
and
you
their
the
yeast.
recipe?
Yeah.
They kind of like tell you the wort.
Yeah,
the
there's
wort
Stratus,
is like
there's Atlas, there's Citra Cryo. Yeah, all sorts of freaking hops and grains that they use in there. Go ahead and
But now that I work at a brewery, like, yeah, they tell you the different hops, grains, and water yeast that they used. They used Imperial A38 juice yeast. Wow, yeah, they give you a lot of information on it. They literally tell you the mash bill, like the wort, the kind of what they're throwing in there. It's actually a lot of information that they're willing to give out.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I like about integration. But like, as always, I know we're a small channel, but as always, if you want to be on the future channel, that is podcast sbu.net.
And our tip jar is...
That is ko-fi.com/corkscontrollers. We're not ending the show though, so
Good.
so
Here we
Because
go.
I still kind of want.
don't ruin my flow, Victor. God. No, I'm just kidding.
Does he get to play something?
No.
No, God, no.
Okay.
We just always talk about the feature table because it's nice conversation starters.
Cool.
Here we have an Arbornic RG35XX. Very awesome name. It's not confusing and easy to forget at all. And it's a handheld emulator. It may look like a Game Boy DMG, but as you can obviously tell, it's got a bunch of buttons and stuff like that. It's like, I've never seen that before. What's going on around here? What, bruh? This is a hardware emulator, my friends. This
tight.
guy, despite its size, can play all the way up to PS1 games.
I was about to say, I see that this is like a. Oh wow, it's got a little bit of weight to it. The screen actually has a lot of weight to it.
Is it touchscreen?
No, it's
not a
not touchscreen, but I could just tell that the screen quality is not a Game Boy.
Oh yeah,
Definitely not a Game Boy.
the screen quality is the
That's
one
like
thing.
an LCD screen.
The screen quality is like the one thing they didn't skip on. Like the buttons are a little weird. You can hear it's kind of jangly, so not a lot of tolerance. But the screen they did not skip on. This is like an IPS screen, very clear clarity.
Turn it on.
And go ahead. I mean, I loaded a few
Oh, well, go on. Keep explaining.
obtained ROMs
Garlic?
on there.
Definitely no. Nobody don't tell them.
There's
Don't
garlic.
Tell them what
Don't
software.
don't.
Oh, this just picks right back up from where he's playing.
Oh, sorry about that. Sorry
Oh,
about
you're
that.
good. What were you playing? What were you playing?
That was Final
Final
Fantasy
Fantasy.
for the Game Boy Advance.
Oh
Final
my
Fantasy IV
gosh. You have
How
a lot.
many games do you have on
It's
there?
an emulator. An
Like
emulator.
Froggy style?
I don't want to get too into depth about it, but like long story, like you can get just about anything you need.
I will say
on here.
this: it came preloaded with 2,000 games. I loaded way more than that.
How much did this
my
little thing
God.
cost?
Yes. Oh,
Oh, this thing. It is not the cost anymore. When this was released, it was about $40.
what?
Amazing price considering the screen alone. But now it went up to like $60-$70.
Oh, this is pretty all right.
But budget hardware emulators nowadays
There's so many Disney games in here. Oh, sorry.
have gone up significantly. Victor has actually, Victor, do you mind passing me that?
Of course. Give me that.
While Kaylin plays that.
They have Deadpool.
Again, on the feature table, we have here a Google Stadia controller. As some of you may know, Google Stadia no longer with us. RIP. This is Google's answer to Game Pass, which is Xbox's. You can do some cloud service stuff, but it's mostly like a bunch of games that you pay a subscription for that you can just play. And you don't have to pay like $60 every time you want to play a video game. You just pay like the monthly rate. And you can play any game that they have in their catalog. Very nice. The Netflix of video games, they call it. But this was their cloud solution. Google was just like, why have a box in the shape of an Xbox Series X or a PS5 in your room when we're the console? You can have it server side, not in your home. And that's what this solution was. You get an HDMI dongle and this controller, and you can play any game you want without owning anything. Now, here's the thing with gamers. Gamers love to own things. Everything that you do not physically have in your hand, it's just a license. And if your account gets deleted or banned, you don't own your stuff anymore. Haha, that's the big debate in the gaming industry. But anyways, for some reason, Google Stadia had its community. There were people when they announced that Google Stadia was shutting down, people were actually livid, actually upset. I've seen a YouTube video where someone was crying over Google Stadia being closed because they had their subscription and they bought like 40 plus games already. And it's just like,
So it's like the AOL of the gaming systems, like existed, but no one really uses it anymore. But a few old men got mad because it was deleted or whatever.
holy shit, Victor, that's a really good comparison.
Yeah, that was why.
How did you know that? Wait, how do you know what AOL is?
I don't know. I'm 30.
I mean, I had it, and I didn't have AOL. My mom.
I remember we
used
used to have a
AOL.
stupid little CD you would put on the computer to use AOL.
Yes, that my mom did too. It's like It's like the software to run it was on the disc.
Yeah.
like because you couldn't put it on the actual.
I was
hard
so spoiled that my first time on the internet, I was already jaded on AOL. I was just like, you have to put your disc in? Gross. Meanwhile, I'm like 6 years old.
Young Sheldon of the tech world. Here we
Right.
go, reporting at it.
But yeah, people were upset about it. I bought this controller solely to try to have a little tiny piece of gaming history. I played Google Stadia like 2 times. Thought it was weird pricing because
as you dropped it.
you're not only paying for your games or your subscription, you're also paying for your internet like bandwidth, or not bandwidth, but like
service?
sometimes when you're capped and you only have like 2 terabytes to your internet service, you're paying for that every time you go above it. So it's just like hidden fees kind of vibes going on to it. But I bought the controller because I thought it was nicely made, and that's about it.
Can I play
Anyways,
some on this now?
Kaylin, you get to close our show by telling us why this is on our future table.
Oh, cool. He let me pick the manga, dude. I mean, he had some other one that I had no clue about, but it was interesting. This one's Noragami. Okay, this one's Noragami. It's about a god.
What?
Not just any
Noragami.
god, but a god who isn't appreciated. And apparently he's pretty important. But there's this little girl who... Wow, I made that sound weird. Okay, there's this girl in it. And like they meet each other because she's able to like be in the spirit world because she has problems passing out. Long story short, it's super cute. It's kind of like love story like, but it gives me more of like, the guy has to kill like different kinds of like shirigami. Like I say shirigami, I don't know if that's what they're called, but they're like curses, demons, whatever, fill in the blank. But he gets to, fight them, kill them. And, it's a really fun, cute story, like he's just a god that's not appreciated. And he's somewhat of a, douchebag, but
I got it.
he's somewhat of a douchebag, but in the long run, he means well. That's it.
All right. Very nice.
It's good. Noragami. Watch it or read it in this case.
Give me a sentence worth of why you personally love it.
He's like it's comedic. It has a level of comedy in it that kind of saves it from just being like some sad, oh poor me guy. He's funny. No, he's like comical, and he's like not totally self-aware that he's like sad, which is kind of funny, and I appreciate that about it. It makes it more human-like. That's what I guess I like about it. It's like he's kind of personable. He's a person still, even if he is a fucking god of whatever he is. I'm not going to spoil anything, but yes, watch it.
Noragami.
Origami. It's like origami with the N.
All right, now give me the 18 gray for the shaft into the pop.
Wait, what the?
Put them on. The list is up here. I did my diligence last week. Yeah, you're being
Dude,
tested.
no, I'm not going to fuck.
I tried to help you earlier when I was asking you the question.
Syrah, Mourvedre, Kunwa, Carignan, they're missing the M1. There's an M1.
There's 3 of them.
Oh, 3 M1s I'm missing. Muscadel?
No, that's Bordeaux.
That's Bordeaux.
You're close.
It's not Muscadet. It's not Muscat. It's
You're just one syllable. No. Victor, hide that. He's cheating.
You got me. I don't know. Vernacha?
No,
I don't know.
Italy. It's Muscardin.
It's Cardan.
That's 6.
Graciano.
No, that's Spain. There's Vacores.
I don't know them all.
Bourblanc.
Blanc, man, bro.
Claret.
Okay, that one I should have known. I should have
Grenache Blanc.
Oh, dang, that's an easy one. I should know.
Roussan.
Well, of the whole Rhone
Yeah.
Valley? Marsan, Roussan.
No, not Marsan. That's Northern Rhone.
Oh, Roussan.
You left off at 11.
Oh my God. Vacures, no, Vacures is a region.
No. Vacores, I already said, and yeah, you are correct that Vaqueros is a region.
Vaqueros is a region. And Gigondas is also a region.
Correct.
You got me, man. Just to rip me.
Okay, so let's see. You forgot Picpoul Noir, Terret Noir. You forgot Grenache Blanc, Claret Rose, Grenache Gris, Picardin, and Picpoul.
Oh, Picpoul. I should.
That's the one you said earlier.
Yeah, I should have known.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
I think you got farther than I did last week.
No, I don't think I did.
If it makes you feel better, Victor's guesses is definitely going to be a short, and there's going to be a lot of buzzes, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Oh, my
A lot
Lord.
of
Yeah, apparently my shorts have been very popular as of late because I do things or fail to do things.
Or you fart.
Yeah, that too. Yes. Or I bomb things.
Man, sorry, man. I couldn't do you guys better with my answers.
Hey, you're good, dude. You're good.
Thank you guys so much for joining us on this
Yes.
episode of Corks and Controllers.
Blessed.
Again, if you want to get in contact with us, if you're a brewery, a distiller, a winery, a game maker, a freaking anime maker, a movie maker, any makers whatsoever, get in contact with us. Podcast at speaky.net. If you want to see more stuff on this table, that's going to be ko-fi.com/corks and controllers. And yeah, I mean, what we're a video podcast, we're an audio podcast, Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, whatever you guys want.
Yeah, you're killing it. Yeah,
Whatever you guys
you
want,
cover
yeah.
bases. Absolutely.
Hit like, subscribe, and please comment. That's all I got, bro.
And thanks for having me, you guys.
Oh, yes.
I
Thank you for
appreciate
joining
it.
us again.
No, I appreciate
Yes.
it. I'll
Kaylin, thanks
definitely.
for
K Dog, K
back.
Squizzle, K Long,
I'd
Quaylon,
definitely love to come back.
Quaaludes.
I mean,
I wish nothing but the best for you.
you're always so appreciative, but I'll tell you this: there's two sides of this. There's me inviting you, and there's you being so gracious to say yes, of course I'll come back.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, dude, it's fun. It's fun. I love talking about it. What the fuck? I literally get to talk about 2 of my favorite topics.
Yeah. And
Three
you get
of
to
my
see 2
favorite
of your
topics.
favorite people.
Oh, absolutely. Oh,
Plus-
absolutely.
plus-
Say less.
Plus Shadow over there.
Oh my gosh,
My new favorite cat that makes me want a cat, but then I'm like,
Same,
think twice, and then I'm like,
same.
no, don't get a cat, Kaylin. You have a dog.
Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.